Hi guys, it's Laura from Doggy U, and I wanted to just give you a quick update on our trip. We're 6 days in, and we went from Connecticut down to New Orleans, and now we're in Dallas, Texas. So we had to do a couple little projects before we started the trip, and one of them was drilling holes in the crate so that Whip had more ventilation in the crate, which I think worked out really well, and it allows us to blow a fan through and get lots of airflow through the crate. We also did this little project where we started putting up stickers from the national parks that we've been to. So the rule for that is that Eric and I would have had to have gone to the national park together. So we brought our stickers for the national parks that we're going to go to, and I just love the way that they're designed. They're super cool. And we're going to put them up as we go to each national park. So those are the couple of things we did beforehand. We also were having a little bit of trouble where our fan, which is a Max Air fan, was making a lot of noise when we were on the highway. So we solved that problem with a washcloth pushed up into it. It seems to reduce the noise, and what we're gonna do is build a foam insert that we can Velcro up there when we're driving and then take it out when we need to use the fan, because it was getting pretty loud in there, and that was the loudest component in the van. So while we were on our way to Louisiana, we noticed that our inverter wasn't working very well. Like, it would turn off and then we'd have to go back and turn it back on again, which stunk. So we ended up staying in a hotel in Louisiana so that we were able to leave Whip in the hotel room and keep her safe when it was really hot out, because she's still healing from her injury. I would not call New Orleans dog friendly necessarily. Lots of glass everywhere, things going on that I would be concerned about her feet, and also the heat. So we ended up staying in a hotel there, and our inverter was kind of like on and off. So when we got to Dallas, we found out that the inverter was actually not working at all anymore. So that means that we're without a fridge and we're without outlets, so we can't charge anything, which also means that we can't cook. We do have this small, like, battery charger type thing that I'm hopefully going to use that we can cook on as we go into New Mexico this weekend. But right now, no fridge, no outlets, and no cooking, because we have an induction cooktop that's connected that we just plug right in. So we're sending that back to Renogy, and hopefully that will get fixed by the time we hit California. But that means the next 2 weeks, we're going to be without that type of power, which really stinks because it's really hot here. It was like 110 yesterday in Texas, so that's insane. It's also tough because we don't have a mailing address, so we are sending this component out and we don't have a place for them to actually send it back to. So I've been asking around on the internet. It looks like we're gonna maybe use like a UPS station to send it to there and have them hold it for us until we get there, and then reinstall our inverter. So that's kind of stinky. But what we're going to do is turn our stupidly expensive fridge into a glorified cooler because we're at our friend's house until tomorrow. We're gonna get a 12 pack of water, freeze all the water tonight, and then put it all in the fridge and turn it into basically a cooler. And we're gonna try and consume all of our perishables within the next day or two so that we're not having issues there, and then we'll just eat things that don't require refrigeration. So that's the plan. Hopefully we can get the induction cooktop working on our little battery charger thing, and hopefully that works. We're gonna charge everything up today, our fan batteries, all of that. Thankfully, the inverter does not run the van fan, because if the inverter ran the fan, we'd have a serious issue, because it's going to be very hot at White Sands, as well as in Arizona. So that's our plan. We had a really fun time in New Orleans. Super cool city. We're having fun in Dallas. We went to the aquarium yesterday. Saw this insane anaconda that was like 18 feet long. Woo, crazy. So that was a really fun trip. We're going out to the stockyards tonight, and then we'll head out to White Sands tomorrow morning. So yeah, we're 6 days in. Inverter is blown, but everything else is going pretty well. Can't complain, right? Was able to find places to do work, get internet so I could work remotely. That was no issue. And that's pretty much where we're at. What I will say is having the van for the last 6 months or so, what I've learned is that my next van will be even simpler. So I thought that I was doing a simple build by doing the van versus buying an RV or something like that with only the water pump, the solar, and the electric. and like having different components go poorly over the last couple months lets me know that probably our next build will just be a minivan with a bed in the back and a tiny fridge that runs through an outlet or through like a Goal Zero or something like that, instead of like this complicated build, because of the way that we travel. We do a combination of camping, stealth camping, or going into like Cabela's parking lots and sleeping, driveway camping at friends' houses, and then occasionally we get hotels if it's hot out so that Whip doesn't, have to sit in the heat. So I think with the type of camping that we do, going forward, whenever this van, is no longer with us, we'll be doing an even simpler build that includes way less components so that we don't have any issues, because I am all for simple, and all we really need to be able to do is sleep in it and be cool, and we have our awesome Ryobi fans to help keep us cool besides our Max Air fan. I'll link those fans below. I'm definitely going to do a review on the Ryobi fans because they are such a lifesaver when it's hot out. We actually bought a second fan for this trip so that Eric and I could both be cool, and then of course we share it with the dog. But yeah, loving those fans. So anyway, we're on our way out. We're going to be heading to New Mexico, and then we'll be over to Arizona, and then to San Diego and up the coast. So just wanted to give you that little update on how it's going, our little mishap with the inverter, and how we're just rolling with it. Thanks for watching this video, and if you want more content about traveling with your dogs, van life, dog training, any of that, make sure you subscribe and like this video below. Happy travels!